Do you remember your first kiss? Maybe it was a stolen kiss after school. Maybe it was a passionate kiss under city lights. Or maybe it was just a gentle peck, but you still remember exactly how warm it felt on your lips. But have you ever asked yourself, when did your ancestors, ancient humans, start kissing? You think it's instinctive, as natural as breathing. You think every culture on Earth kisses. You think humans have been kissing since the dawn of time. You're wrong on all three. The answer will surprise you, and it will change how you see every kiss you give from now on. Let's start with the clearest evidence. Written evidence. For decades, scientists believed the earliest written evidence of romantic sexual kissing came from a Bronze Age manuscript in India, dated to roughly 1500 BCE. Then two researchers flipped that theory on its head. Dr. Troels Pank Arbøll, an Assyriology expert at the University of Copenhagen, and Dr. Sophie Lund Rasmussen, a biologist at the University of Oxford, analyzed overlooked evidence from Sumerian and Akkadian texts, the ancient languages of Mesopotamia. What did they find? They found that kissing was recorded on cuneiform clay tablets in Mesopotamia, modern-day Iraq and Syria, from at least 2500 BCE. That means the recorded history of romantic kissing has been pushed back 1,000 years earlier than what scientists once believed. Can you picture it? Over 4,500 years ago, when Egyptians were still building their first pyramids, Mesopotamians were writing about kissing on clay tablets. One of the earliest pieces of evidence comes from the Barton Cylinder, a clay tablet inscribed with cuneiform excavated from the ancient city of Nippur. On it, gods are described making love and kissing. And not just gods. Later texts also record ordinary people, married couples, lovers kissing each other. But if you think that's where kissing began, you're wrong. Written evidence is just the tip of the iceberg. Let's go deeper, deep into DNA. In 2017, researchers from the University of Adelaide and the University of Liverpool analyzed DNA from dental plaque found in fossilized teeth of 5 Neanderthal individuals. What did they find? They found a bacterium called Methanobrevibacter oralis, a microbe that lives between the gums and teeth of modern humans. This bacterium was found in Neanderthal dental plaque. That means Neanderthals and modern humans shared oral bacteria. And how do you share oral bacteria? You guessed it. Through saliva. Through kissing. Researchers estimate there is an 84% probability that Neanderthals engaged in kissing behavior. Not just kissing each other, but kissing modern humans too. Think about that. Your ancestors and Neanderthals, two different human species, were kissing each other. They were exchanging kisses, maybe romantic, maybe friendly, maybe to make up after an argument. This evidence pushes us back at least 100,000 years, but the story doesn't stop there. Let's go further back, all the way back to 21 million years ago. Dr. Matilda Brindle, an evolutionary biologist at the University of Oxford, and her colleagues conducted the first study attempting to reconstruct the evolutionary history of kissing using the primate family tree. They found that kissing is an ancient trait in great apes, evolving in the common ancestor of this group around 21.5 to 16.9 million years ago. How did they know? They defined kissing as non-aggressive mouth-to-mouth contact with lip movement not related to food transfer. Then they collected data on modern primates that kiss, including chimpanzees, bonobos, and orangutans. Chimpanzees often kiss to reconcile after fights. Bonobos kiss for romantic sexual purposes. All great apes kiss. By mapping the kissing trait onto the family tree and running statistical models 10 million times, they calculated the probability that the common ancestor of great apes also kissed. And the conclusion is, your ancestors have been kissing for 21 million years. But why? Why did your ancestors start kissing? There are several theories. One theory suggests kissing evolved from smelling. You smell to assess a mate, body odor, chemicals in saliva, the health of your partner. Another theory says kissing evolved from food transfer, when parents chew food and pass it to their young using their mouths. But there's a more fascinating theory. Dr. Adriano Lameira, an evolutionary psychologist at the University of Weyrich, makes you reconsider every kiss you've ever given. He argues that kissing originated from grooming behavior in apes. Imagine, a chimpanzee is grooming its friend. It uses its hands to pick out parasites, debris, dead skin from the fur. What's the final stage of grooming? It purses its lips and sucks, to catch that last parasite or last piece of debris. That is the kiss. As humans lost fur, the need for grooming decreased. But that final behavior, that lip suck, remained. It became a social bonding gesture, a way to say, I care about you, I trust you, I'm connected to you. And from there, it evolved into the romantic kiss you know today. But here's what will surprise you most. Romantic kissing is not a universal human phenomenon. A study by anthropology professor William Jankowiak at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, surveying 168 cultures worldwide, found that only 46% had evidence of romantic kissing. The other 54%, more than half, don't kiss. They express affection in other ways. Sniffing, rubbing noses, pressing faces together. That means romantic kissing, what you assume is instinctive, natural, universal, is actually practiced by less than half of human cultures. Meanwhile, friendly and familial kissing is far more common. So, your ancestors might have kissed. But not everyone's ancestors did. Let's return to the original question. When did your ancestors start kissing? The answer depends on how you define kiss. If you're talking about romantic kissing recorded in writing 4,500 years ago in Mesopotamia. If you're talking about genetic and bacterial evidence 100,000 years ago between modern humans and Neanderthals. If you're talking about the evolutionary origin of the behavior 21 million years ago in the common ancestor of great apes. And if you're talking about the deepest reason, that primal instinct that makes you pucker up and touch someone, then the answer is your ancestors were kissing long before they were human. So every time you kiss someone, whether it's a passionate kiss or a gentle peck, you're participating in a ritual that spans tens of millions of years. You're doing what your ape ancestors did when they groomed each other. You're doing what Neanderthals did when they exchanged bacteria through saliva. You're doing what Mesopotamians wrote about on clay tablets 4,500 years ago. You're connecting to an evolutionary legacy that you carry in your body, in your brain, in your lips. And the miracle is, you don't have to think about it. Your body has known for a long time. It's known for 21 million years. Your next kiss, take a moment to feel it. You're doing what your most distant ancestors did, and you'll never see it the same way again.